Hello everybody, how is everybody today this fine Monday? I'm doing pretty good. Sun's out, it's chilly though. Had to wear a sweater. Yeah, it's a chilly willy day. For summer anyway. I just want to say that oh God forbid, if I was ever a Trump supporter, I wouldn't be after this weekend. Just the fact that he's held two rallies in two of the hottest spots in the United States of America right now. He held one in Arizona where people were dropping like flies. Over 50 people were sent to the hospital because there was no cooling stations and stuff. There was a couple, but not enough. They were carting them out by ambulance with heat exhaustion, heat stroke, stuff like that. And then he goes to Nevada and makes some really a horrible little crack about, oh, I know it's hot. I'm sweating like a dog out here. Sweat my ass off. But that's okay. And they're going to say that, how did he put that? Was, oh yeah, he's going, but that's okay. It's really hot out here, but I don't care about you. I only want your votes. If only they knew how close to the truth that really was. Because he wouldn't sit down to dinner with not a one of you. Not one of you. He laughs at you behind your back. He tells you, look at these assholes. They just sit back and they eat everything I'm feeding them. Yeah. And he hands out a script to the rest of his Republican sycophants. Let's just go with that. Hands out the script to them. And they read his words. They have a list. Did you know they have a list? They do. And it's rigged. It's a sham. Conflicted judge. He's doing this for you, so you won't be prosecuted. Well, if you're not committing any crimes, why in the hell would you be prosecuted? If they can come after me, they can come after you. Goddamn right they'll come after you. They'll come after you every time you commit a crime. It's found out. You're going to get indicted. You're going to get prosecuted, same as he did. You commit a crime, you do the time. That's all there is to it. Doesn't matter who you are. But apparently it does, because the Mango Moose Knuckle today isn't in New York, where he normally is this time of year at Bedminster, and it's just a short little drive to the courthouse, to the probation officers, and get his pre-sentence report done up. He gets to do it by Zoom from Mar-a-Lago. And everybody goes, oh, such a nightmare moving him around. Is it really? It's never a nightmare when he wants to go up there golfing. Not a nightmare then. What about that? It's such a nightmare. Yeah, you know what? It is a nightmare. You got an ex-president of the United States that it's a convicted felon times 34 times. 34 times over. He's a convicted felon. He's a criminally liable rapist that's had to pay his survivor, I'll call her a survivor, over $87 million, and now with interest, because he doesn't just want to pay, he wants to drag it through the courts. Now interest is coming up, and the next one, if there's an ounce of integrity in the next jury, because you know that her lawyer's going to charge him again with defamation. If there's an ounce of integrity in that jury, they'll charge just what they did to Giuliani for being such an asshole and such a horrible goddamn person to those two ladies down in Georgia, the election workers, Miss Ruby, Lady Ruby, and charge him $150 million on top of the $87 million. That's what they need to do to him. And now they're all bragging and going on about, oh, he's made more than any campaign man ever in the world. He's made over $141 million this May. Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe with that $140 million of campaign money, supposedly, he can maybe rent air-conditioned venues so people aren't being sent to the hospital. Is he paying their hospital bills? Is he? No, he's fucking not. So maybe, just maybe, he rented an arena or something. An old mall. Renting any place air-conditioned. Or have air-conditioned tents for these people. That's what he can do with that $141 million he made in 1 month from billion-dollar donors that can give him $30 million. I don't think that's right. I think you fellas in the States need to have the same election cycle we do. Every 4 years we elect a prime minister. But the campaigning and stuff is done within 36 to 52 days. 48 is usually on the outside, but up to 52 days they're allowed to campaign. That's it. There's none of this 2 friggin' years campaigning and spending billions of dollars. We don't do that up here. You get a month and a half to go out there, state your case, and tell people what you want them to know. That's it. But yeah, I think if he wants to continue doing these campaign rallies and stuff outdoors, where this is going to be one of the hottest summers ever, and you know he's a cheap bastard, and he won't pay that money. But he needs to get out there and get air conditioning and cooling stations. Because you know what? There's a lot of old brads out there like me that show up at these things too. It's not them, just them other, I don't even know what to call them anymore. I was trailer trash and loved every minute of it. But we had to sell our trailer to move. I loved that place where we were living. But I got my own little park here, so I'm all right. But Lord, dying Henry, seriously? $141 million, and all those people are going to pay those hospital bills. 50 in Arizona. 50 went to the hospital. I mean, seriously. And man, is he ever pissed at Joe Biden right now. Holy shit. Because Joe Biden put out that new campaign video about him calling the vets, especially at that World War I cemetery in France, calling them all suckers and losers. He said, only an animal would say something like that. Well, yes, you are an animal, and yes, you did say it. In fact, when you said that they were suckers and losers, you were with a Gold Star dad who had lost his son, and you were just feet away from the general's son's grave. So yeah, it takes a special kind of animal to say something like that when you're just feet away from the man's son's grave. Yes, you're an animal. There's no recompense for something like that. You cannot try and pass that off as that's just Trump being Trump. That's Trump being an asshole, because an asshole is who he is. And that's all he'll ever be. Even his father thought he was an asshole. But I digress. So yeah, that's my rant today. So if I were a Trumper, as of this weekend, I definitely wouldn't be. Not to mention all the times that he's talked with Howard Stern about going into 15-year-old pageants, dressing rooms, and the beautiful women, some of them naked, no clothes, beautiful looking women. Yeah, is that your daughter he was talking about? Is it? Is it your daughter? And why is it all these friggin' people, there's Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, Donald Trump, the people he's bringing on stage, that football player and all that stuff, all have sexual things that they've done. Especially Matt Gaetz. Jesus Christ. Yeah, especially Matt Gaetz. Sweet suffering Jesus. Anyway, yeah, and they're all... Is it a coincidence that they're all Republicans? Is it? Anyway, Nana's Monday rant. Rainy days and Mondays, right? Anyway, I love you all. Please don't forget to check to see if you're subscribed, because some people are being unsubscribed. I think it's just something to do with algorithms or something, but I'm not banking on that. So I need you to love me, like me, subscribe and resubscribe in some cases, and push the little button for like. You're this long. If you come on here, just hit the like button. It really helps my channel. It does. I love you all. Be good to you first so you can be good to somebody else. And I want you to have a wonderful week. Miss V is sitting out here rolling in the grass. She's all covered in seed pods and everything else. But yeah, after my rant, you need to have a look at that face. Okay, everybody. Review. I love ya.